morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my Silversneakers flex chair yoga class. Let's get started against the back of the chair. I love the way that feels when you snuggle into the back of the chair. Open your eyes really wide and then just let them drift closed. Tap into your breath right away. When was the last time you took a few moments just to think about the inhale, full and deep, and to think about the exhale? So that's what I'm asking you to do now. And then just to be sure you get the deepest breath in, just take a regular normal breath, but then pull in a little more breath. And then exhale out slowly. And then use the rib cage and squeeze out a little more breath. And let that happen a few times. As you take that deep breath in, you'll feel the ribs expand a little bit more. Maybe you'll feel the shoulder blades or collarbones rise up a little. And then just eyes open, soft gaze. I think we'll start with the feet and work up to the head today. So just lift your feet, circle the ankles around, maybe flex and point, maybe wiggle the toes. Just get some movement to the feet. Windshield wiper, just play them out, curl them up. Yeah. All right, and then come towards the edge of the seat, if you will. We'll start with just that right foot. Put the heel on the ground in front, and then you may want to lift the leg up to tap the toe, or tuck it underneath you, depending on if you have shoes on, it's a little more challenging. You may want to lift it up, you may not need to. So just forward and back. So we're into the ankle, and now we're into the knee just a little bit. And if you're lifting it up, maybe you're in the hip too. And again. One more. All right. This time lift it all the way up and just a small circle right there in front. Yeah. Nice. Now I'm firmly planting my left foot on the ground to keep my body from really moving here. Belly pulled in. All right, let's extend it out to the front and then a little swing side to side without moving the body. Just see if you can move that leg. One more time. All right, and release. All right, so the other one, the heel goes to the front. The toe comes to the ground, or the toe tucks underneath you, and you press the shoestrings down towards the ground. All depends if you have shoes on or not. I think it's kind of more difficult to do with shoes on. And again. All right. One more time, we lift that foot up, and then circling that knee around. Again, my right foot is firmly planted into the ground here, so I'm trying not to move my torso at all here. And same thing when we take that leg out to the side and swing. Come right back in. Everybody sit up a little bit taller. Oh, beautiful. All right, and all the way down. All right, just walk the feet out. We move into the hips a little bit. And again. All right, so hands on the thigh muscles, press down on them. And then hinge at the hip, bring your heart forward to me like I said something, you didn't want to miss it, all right? Watch this, tuck the elbows in, look down towards the ground, scoop in the belly and roll the spine back up. So we're going to do a little spine articulation here. Hinge at the hip, look towards the earth, pull that belly in and roll back up. The rib cage in the back is going to lift to the ceiling as you do this. Down, now lift the rib cage to the ceiling and round up. Again, this should feel pretty darn good. I would say every day, a little bit of cat and cow. Spine articulation. One more time. All right, let's do this around the clock, but this time we're going to reach out. Now, if you need to have hand or hands on the thigh, that's okay. Otherwise, like I'm stirring the pot, come back. Roll back towards that fleshy part of your seat, maybe. And again. All right, we switch, go the other direction. Not that it really matters, but maybe it does. And again. I'm holding my thumb here. And here. All right, so again, press the hands down, hinge at the hip, and round back up. Arms out to the side, so we move up towards the rib cage now. And to side, yeah. So seated on both sit bones, firm, all right? So you're not riding up. Really press the weight onto both sit bones here. One more time. All right, let's take that right hand down, followed by the left. Look down towards the back of the chair, like that chair leg back there. And then we're going to lift that left arm up, around, and down. And you look off to the back diagonal there. And then come right back, tuck the chin, look towards the leg of the chair, and around. And one more time. And tuck. All right, come to the center. Let's do the same thing. We're going to release down, elbows tuck in, and scoop it around back up. And then the right hand over, all the way around. And it comes back. Tuck the chin, look back towards the leg of the chair. And again. And down. Notice how beautifully your breath will work with this. Here's the inhale. Here's the exhale. And one more time. And here's the exhale. All right, back to the front. I'm going to walk my feet in a little bit. And then circling the arms around. All right, so press the knuckles forward. Now, I'm going to scoot back, lift my heels, press the knuckles forward. And then as I come back, I'm going to drop the heels and maybe lift the toes. And then again, lift the heels, roll back towards that fleshy part of your seat, navel, looking towards your navel, chin on the chest, and then lift. So scoot back, lift the toes, and then again, one more time. And lift the toes. Beautiful. Let's take a deep breath in. We're going to forward fold. Halfway rise. And release down. Reverse one dive all the way back up. We turn to the right wall. Drop the hands. Look over that right shoulder. Drop your chin, trace your collarbone, come up looking towards over the left shoulder. And slowly come back to the front. Again, deep breath, forward fold. Halfway rise. Exhale, and reverse one dive. We turn to the left to let the arms float down, keeping that body nice and tall though. Look over that left shoulder. Drop your chin, come up looking over the right shoulder. Nice, come on back to the front. Let's cross hands in front. Pull out on the knees, but pull in on the hands. And then we'll go the other way. Push out on the knees, in on the hands. Lovely. And release. All right, here we go, up and down. You choose. Do you want to do it 6 times? Do you want to wait till the end? It's up to you entirely. Okay? Hands on the thighs first. I take my feet wide, tuck the heels underneath a little bit more, and up we go, nice and tall. Exhale. All right, 5 more times. We're going to inhale, lift. You don't have to do it with me. You can wait right there in the chair and come up with the last one. It's fine with me. And down. And I'll tell you when it's the last one. This is not it. We're going to reach to the ceiling. All right, here's the last one. Got it? All the way up. Drop your shoulders. Bring that navel in towards your spine. And then just slowly let the arms float down. All right, walk your feet in if you can. We'll go around the back of the chair. Grab a drink of water while you're heading that way. All right. And then from mountain pose, once again, we'll start in the feet and work up here. So a little bit, I call this Stairmaster. Just lift one heel and then the other heel. Pressing through the ball of the foot. It's like you're trying to take your sneakers and do this. And then, that should feel pretty good, huh? All right, let's leave the right heel up and see if we can find mountain pose. Becomes a little bit of balance, huh? So coming away from the chair if you can, fingers near it if you need it, always. Lovely. Let's lift and lower each leg to the side. All right. Range of motion that works for you. All right. Boy, Marilyn, you are really hiding in the back there today, and your sister's right behind you. All right. Other side. So we lift on the left heel. Just see if you can hold it. Mountain pose. All those things have to happen. Broaden the collarbone. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Lift the heart a bit more. Little micro bend on that supporting leg. Nice. All right, here we go. Out to the side again. All right, let's turn to the right, and we'll bring that knee. I think we did this the other day. Just bring it across. It's like you're using your foot as a broom. All right, sweeping it across the body and back. All right, and then slide that foot to the back. I'm going to reach the same arm up. All right, and then if you can lift that heel or toe from the ground, go ahead and do so, and pulse that heel to the ceiling. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we go the other side. Same thing. Again, sweeping across and out to the side like you're brushing the floor. La-di-da. It's kind of making a figure 8 right here as well. All right, and then to the back, same arm and leg. If this works for you, flex the foot, lift the heel, and we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, step out to the side, slide down the legs, and tuck the tailbone up. Oh. All right, so get behind the chair with those wide legs. Heels are lined up with the legs of the chair. Wider if you can, and we're going to sink into the knees right here. And you can, perhaps I'll move this. I just want you to wiggle your tailbone. So imagine you had a tail that was hanging down. You're just going to let it swing, all right? Side to side. That's why it's kind of fun to do it with the chair in front of you because nobody sees it, right? I'm not seeing it. Of course, unless you're in the back row, you're seeing it all. Okay, and then see if you can send your hips around. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm working at it too. All right. So just coming into goddess pose here. I want you to press the baby toe edge of your foots into the earth. And then the big toe as well, but all parts of that foot into the ground. Hands to the heart. Let's cross the hands. Lifting. Press the elbows together. If you need one hand, please put it on the chair. All right. And then unfurl the arms. Here's our goddess pose. Lovely. Beautiful. Press the knuckles back. Press the elbows back. Open the chest a wee bit more. Lovely. Reach star pose. All right. Left hand on the chair. I'm going to turn the right toe to the front and then lunge into that leg and come right back up. And again, maybe both hands. Maybe no hands. You decide. All right, out and in one more time. Out and in. Turn that heel in, start pose, drop your shoulders. All right, we go the other way. Right foot to the front. And that means the hips are going to go right straight back. Use the chair if you need to. All right, it's fine. Hands at your heart, open the arms, whatever you want to do. And again, we should be getting a little inner thigh stretch here. One more time. And down. All right. Star pose. Toes to the front. Deep breath. And clap your hands. And right back to the front. Walk your feet in. And let's step back. We'll take that vinyasa. Deep breath. Exhale. Forward fold. We halfway rise. Hand come to the quadricep muscles here. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And here's where we're going to slide down. Keep the shoulders pressing down on the back. Let the heart come forward. I'm pressing my palms into my legs right there to really engage the back. And then circle sweep all the way up. Step into the chair, right hand down, arc over. And then we switch to the other side, using the chair, arc over. Back to downward facing dog, our first one. All right. Turning that tailbone to the back wall, soften the knees as much as you need to do that. And breathe. I want you to take that round out of that low back. So turn that tailbone and let that low back sort of open up there. And breathe. All right, taking the gaze over the chair, step the right foot in and turn that left toe out a little bit, whatever feels good to you back there, but put that front knee over the ankle. Check on that. And then we get the body upright, and we're going to release the step and the chair if you can. Deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Lovely. All right. From here. Oh, no, we're just going to wrap down. So what I'm going to do, when we get this out of the way, I'm going to come down. You have choices. You can hinge at the hip and touch the leg. You could go underneath the leg. You could go underneath the leg and wrap your arms. All right. You decide. But this is hinging at the hip. So I'm not sinking into my knee here. I'm just hinging at the hip. And back up. 2 more. And last one. Lots of great choices here. And all the way back up. All right, I'm going to put my left hand on the chair. I'm going to drop my right hand to my back pocket. All right? Find your balance here. And then see if you can lift up. Hand on the chair if you need it, though. And we switch. Find balance first, hand in the back pocket, and then see if you can lift up. Front knee is still over the ankle, nothing's changed there. All right, let's find our warrior one again. Deep breath in, drop your shoulders, and then back to downward facing dog. Ooh. Deep breath, bring the hands back to the thigh muscles. And let's reverse swan dive all the way back up in that vinyasa before we go to the other side. Forward fold. Slide up the legs, hands on the quadricep muscles, heart comes forward. Exhale, slide down. Keep that heart moving forward here. And then circle sweep, pass through chair pose. All right, we step that left foot in. You can use the chair if you need to. You're going to put that front knee over the ankle and the back leg goes straight, right? Come away from the chair. Drop your shoulders. Yeah. Lift the heart a wee bit more. Yeah. And here we go. Don't hit your face on the chair. I should have said that before. Surely you wouldn't do that, right? Okay. You can touch it. You can wrap the arms around. Whatever works for you. But I'm just hinging at the hip here. Yes. And down. Oh, nice, nice. Really loading up that front leg. All right, one more time. Find our warrior one. Drop your shoulders. Okay, before we find balance, left hand on the chair. Right hand on the chair. Left hand back pocket. You knew that. So if you find balance, you lift that hand. That elbow is tucked behind you there. Use the chair if you need to, and if you're using it, just lift the heart. Take the gaze up a little bit. All right, we go to the other side. Left hand, right hand, tuck that elbow in, and then lift if that works. Nice. Front knee still, but everybody breathe. All right, windmill, downward facing dog. Step on back. Turn that tailbone to the back wall. You know what? This time, let's take the feet as wide as you are comfortable here. Okay. Now, another thing I'd like you to try to do is see if you can straighten the arms, okay? Instead of just kind of letting them hang there, the elbows hang, see if you can straighten them. And then maybe push the hips side to side. Straight legs. Just a little swing of the tailbone side to side. And with those straight arms, you get a more intense stretch on the shoulders. All right, taking the gaze over the chair, walk your feet in. And we'll come back up and take another vinyasa. Deep breath in. Exhale. Use the breath. Here's the inhale. Here's the exhale. Here's the inhale, heart comes forward. And exhale, reverse swan dive up. Got that? Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands to the quads. Exhale, down. Inhale, heart comes forward, press. And exhale, reverse swan dive back up. Very, very nice. So important to connect breath with movement in yoga. Grab a drink of water. I don't really count, as in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count breath if I count anything. All right. Stepping the feet out wide once again. See if you can get the feet to the outside of the legs of the chair. All right. And my toes are facing the front first. Hands on the hips, lift the heart, elbows back. Oh, stretching the chest. And then point the elbows, soften the knees to the front diagonal. Oh, stretch across the back, bring that belly in. And then we go back, pressing back. Exhale, sink into the knees a little bit, press the elbows to the front. And then come right back so the shoulders are in their neutral position and we slide the arms out. Turn that right toe. If you're gonna need help, I want you to put one hand on the chair. I'm gonna sink into that knee, all right? All right, and then come back. And then sink into that knee. Let it go a little beyond the toes maybe at first, all right? When we come to Warrior Two, we will back that off. But I like to do that so I know, oh yeah, it definitely feels like my knee is further than my toe. And back. All right, so now find your Warrior Two. Yeah, you feel like you gotta back up, and then you know when that knee is right over that ankle there, and that back leg is straight. Press that little baby finger back just a little bit, open the heart, deep breath in. Let's exhale down. Tuck the chin. Inhale up, and if you've got a hand on the chair, go ahead and use it. Nobody falls, please. Exhale down. Tuck the chin in. Inhale, lift the chin if that's accessible. So it's a little work in the neck. And right here, we're going to keep that left arm up. I had to think about that. Reaching to the ceiling, use the chair if you need to, or let that hand come to your thigh. Look at that toe. Hopefully you haven't buckled all the way in and lifted that little toe. So press that baby toe into the ground or into your shoe. Look to the front. And if this works, look to the ceiling. If you need your hands on the chair, go ahead and drop them down. Nice. Breathe. Let's press the knuckles back a little bit more. And notice how it's going to bring that shoulder back as well. Just a little bit. Deep breath in. On an exhale, we're going to circle this arm down. Reaching, hinging at the hip, just like we did it earlier. And then right back to Warrior Two. All right, deep breath. And this time we drop the left hand, and you're going to leave that right hand. Now, draw the shoulder back. It's going to rotate the body just a little bit, and use the chair if you need to, or hands into your thigh or back pocket. Front knee over the ankle. Feel that. You know when you've straightened that leg a little bit, and you know when you've gone too far. So keep it right over the ankle. Yeah. You get that muscle memory. That's what we want to happen here. Breathe. All right, let's straighten that front leg. Oh boy. Oh boy. And now triangle pose. This is when you're going to hinge at the hip. Reach over to the right. Let that arm float over there. And follow it, your gaze down. And then as you turn to the front of the room, notice the shoulder is going to come back. So you may need to rise up a little bit more. And then maybe you can reach to the ceiling. Yes. Nice. Nice. Beautiful. From here, we're going to level this out. So bend that knee, Warrior Two. Toes to the front. Hands on the hips. We take the same thing again. Elbows back, lift the heart. Elbows to the front diagonal, sink into the knees, scoop in the belly, stretch across the back. Gosh, that should feel good. And then one more time. And exhale. All right, hands on the chair. Turn that left toe. And I think we did this, didn't we? We pressed out, sink into that knee, and then come back. And again, sink into that knee, take it a little beyond the toes. And just so you know what that feels like. Oh yeah, I could not state like that, right? Right. And again. And back. One more time, and let's back this up and see if we can find our warrior two. All right. Nice deep breath in. And let's just take one breath down. Tuck your chin. One more time. And now we drop that left hand, coming into side angle. It just rests there. Other hand, Frank, there you go. There you go. Use the chair if you need to. Look down, be sure that knee hasn't buckled in. You've got that baby toe pressing into your shoe or the ground. And look to the front, maybe look towards the arm, grab hold of the chair if you need it. And breathe. All right, so I'm going to swing this arm down. Use a little support from that left hand. Come all the way back to warrior two. Beautiful. Other side, deep breath, or other. Now reverse. Just drop that arm down. Turn towards that arm. So this left shoulder is going to roll back a little bit. Front knee still over the ankle. We tend to lift up there, so keep that knee right over the ankle. Turning the gaze up here. Use the chair or your leg or your back pocket. Take a nice deep breath in. Deepest one you've taken. And here we go. We're going to straighten that front leg. Again, we don't let it lock, but it's going to go straight. You're going to reach, hinge at the hip, windmill the arms, and here we are. Look down towards the toe, look towards the front, and if this is accessible, if you look to the front, you may want to come up a little higher, because if you have collapsed over here, you want to get that shoulder back. So come up a little higher if you need to. And turn the gaze, use the chair if you need to. All right, we're going to soften this knee here. Come into warrior two once again. Knee over the ankle. How lovely is that? Deep breath in. And walk that foot in, all the way in, using the chair if you need to. Hands on the chair, step back to downward facing dog. Again, see if you can straighten your elbows here instead of letting the elbows drop towards the ground. So maybe get them straightened first, and then hinge at the hip, and then turn the tailbone to the back wall. Deep breath into the back rib, so you've got that navel pulled in. And let's do that same thing when we were seated. You take that deep breath in, and then as you exhale, give the ribs another little squeeze, so get a little more breath out. All right, bend the knees, hands back on the thighs. You take this reverse swan dive and forward fold. We halfway rise. Here's the exhale. Here's the inhale, heart comes forward, press into the legs, and the exhale, reverse swan dive back up. How beautiful is that, huh? Let's open the legs and just take a couple of little sunflowers. And if you need the chair, get a little bit closer to it and use one hand on the chair. All right, so just for a little bit of movement. And again. One more time. All right, so now we're going to go over to the right or left and over to the right. And again, so get a little twist in the spine here. Two more. Last one. All right, walk your feet in. And let's grab a drink of water. All right, we will balance now. Okay, around the side of the chair. I changed my mind. Come around to the back of the chair. And then take that right foot, cut it out to the side, all right? And then you're going to reach that opposite arm up. So I want you to imagine you're trying to reach a light bulb up there or something in the air, okay? So you're going to reach up there. I'm just using the chair for balance, but see if you can let that back foot just leave the earth a little bit more. Yeah. I don't care if you point the toe or flex it. You can keep it on the ground too, but you are trying to reach to that light bulb up there to change it. Deep breath. And then release. Put that foot down. Let's push the hips over to the side. Side to side to stretch that out a little bit. And then same thing on this side. Take that toe out. So normally how I say I want it right behind all this, I'm changing that for this, all right? Get it out to this is an activity of daily living, right? Which is what Silversneakers is. So let that foot leave, and you have to reach even further there. I have a little micro bend in my leg here as well, but I am reaching as far as I can. Point the toe, flex it, doesn't matter, but you're going off to the side. That should feel really pretty natural, and I can really get a good grip on that light bulb up there. All right, and then lower back down, and then hip side to side. And then let's step back to downward facing dog. Now take your feet at least chair width apart. Right hand's gonna come on top of the left, and you're gonna push the hips over to the right diagonal, back diagonal. And then we're gonna go the other way. So left hand on top of the right, and push the hips over to the back left diagonal. That should take that kink out of that right there. All right, going back up. And now we're gonna go around the right side. I'm gonna swing that leg forward and back, and I'm taking the arm in the opposite direction, all right? That's when it gets difficult, right? It shouldn't, but it does. Okay, so now up, and see if you can take this a little bit deeper, all right? Just like we reach to the ceiling, you gotta reach out there in front of me, in front of yourself. See if you can grab that piece of pizza. I'm hungry. And I know it's waiting in my refrigerator for me. Okay, so now we're gonna hold this out here like this, thumb to the ceiling, and now bend that front knee, just tap the toe and lift. Think about lifting the heel and lifting the thumb. Tap it down. Lift the heel, lift the thumb. Tap it down, lift the heel, lift the thumb, and now come into tree pose. And that may mean sapling pose. All right, it's up to you entirely. And keep the foot on the ground. And then should you find balance, the other arm comes up or hold on to the chair. Toe on the ground is just fine. And hand can come on your hip too. Get that body nice and straight. And slowly come out of this into mountain pose. I think part of the tough part of that is because you had all this movement and then you come to stillness, but that's part of the fun about it, I think. Okay, other side. So first we're just swinging opposite direction, arm and hand. Motion is lotion for the hips. And then begin to add a little bit deeper. So you want to sink into that knee, reach a little bit further. And again, reach. Lift from the thumb, lift from the heel. Ah. And again, work that glute, back of the leg. And again, 2 more. All right, and now we find that tree pose, whatever works for you. You can come into that sapling pose or bring that leg up to the calf muscle. It's up to you. Or you can go up to the thigh. It's up to you. And one hand, no hands. Lose that sense of fear, all right? Smile. One more breath, nice and deep. And then with intention, step out to mountain pose. Nice, nice. Shake. This time when you do this, keep your gaze to the front and just turn the arms. All right. And grab a drink of water. Oh, we'll sit back down. All righty. So let's just sit at the edge of the seat, and I'm going to take the hands towards the back of the chair, about in the middle of the chair. And then if you have shoulder trouble or wrist trouble, you're not going to want to do this. What I want you to do then is just lift the heart. The rest of us are going to push into the heel of the hand and see if we can lighten up a little bit on the seat. So my arms are going to really work here. My shoulders, my wrists as well. You know, here's even another option if you wanted to lift. It's called reverse table. It's a lot of work, so work where you're comfortable here, for sure. And then release. Put your seat back down. Let's take the wrist in the opposite direction. And rest. All right. Deep breath in. Exhale. Touch the back on the chair. And then lift back up. I'm going to take my right leg out in front. Touch the back. And then lift right back up. And now the other leg. Scoop in that belly. And lift back up. So now we're just going to scoop in that belly and hold this. Now see if you can stay away from the chair and just hold this. This is half boat pose, right? And you know what full boat pose would be, both of them. But I'm not going back this way. I've got my navel drawn towards the spine. Yep. And then release. Come on, back up. Let's take the other foot. So you're going to C-shape your spine and lift the foot. See if you can stay away from the back of the chair. Drop your shoulders, everyone. Yeah. And all the way back up. Let's forward fold. I kept both feet on the ground because that's what Silversneakers says, and I'm recording today. Exhale. Reverse all the way back up. All right, let's bring that right knee in. Take it out to the side, and then pop it right back in. And pop it and see if you can touch your shin. All right, see if you can touch your knee. And see if we can cross this over. All right, your choice. You know, if you're not... Don't cross the midline, that's okay with me. Put it right there on the floor. Keep that foot flexed to protect your knee. Press that low back forward, grow in half an inch taller. And we stay here and enjoy this stretch, don't we? You can always support the leg, which I'll do on the other side. But breathe into that tight spot. And with that exhale, see if you can get it to relax. All right, so we're going to add a twist to this. I'm going to fold my hands, surround the knee, get that belly out of the way, and we're going to bring the knee towards the left shoulder as you look towards the right wall. You can always release that knee or that foot right there if that feels better to you, or keep it tucked over the knee. That's another tight spot, eh? Huh? All right. Extend it out in front, let the elbows point towards the back wall, hands on the chair, and once again lift the heart. I would call this reverse plank, or maybe kind of a version of fish pose. Squeeze the shoulder blades. All right, foot on the ground, we'll slide down the legs, just sort of collapse over your legs. Take a deep breath in, lift the rib cage to the ceiling, and exhale, and then inhale, reverse swan dive. All the way back up. Okay, in comes that leg and out to the side. We're going to do the same thing. Bring it back in. Now see if you can touch the shin. See if you can touch the knee. See if you can lift it up and over, and then use your hand. All right, so again, you can support the leg, you can open it up, but keep this foot flexed. Hold on to this side for me. Feels best that way. And then see if using your breath you can let that knee just release a little bit more. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, clasp the hands, surround that right there. Get that belly out of the way. You're going to bring that knee towards the shoulder, and again, you can release that foot there if that feels better to you, or if you're not crossing the midline, that's fine. Looking over. Find that nice tall spine once again. Always working at that broad collarbones. Where's my camera? You look great. All right, come on back to the front. Extend that leg out. We'll take the same thing. Find the cushion there, put your grip around it, point the elbows back, and then from here, just lift the heart. You should feel that chest nice and broad and the back working. All right, come on back up, feet on the ground. We're going to melt over our legs. Look down towards the earth. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, reverse swan dive all the way back up. All right, we had one more twist here, coming into twisted chair pose. So drop the elbow towards the left knee, left elbow to the left knee. Left. Don't watch me, just do what I say instead of what you see. And then I'm going to reach my right hand back and see if you can grab the chair, or just turn the palm to the right wall there is fine. If you need the chair for support, grab it. All right, drop that hand, sit up nice and tall, deep breath in. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Hinge at the hip, and then let that right elbow drop to the right knee. And then I'm going to release my left hand back. If you need the chair, grab hold of it. Otherwise, turn the palm to your neighbor on the left, or to the left wall. And then pull that belly in. I like to look back towards the toes as I sit up nice and tall. And twist that spine. All right, scoot on back. And then any stretch you feel like you need, didn't get, go ahead and take it. Just like when you get up in the morning, huh? And then settle back in, put the feet on the earth, the spine on the back of the chair, so you can let the weight of your body just be engulfed by the seat right there. And sit into it. Let it carry your weight. Sometimes you gotta let somebody else take the load, right? Today it's the chair. Close your eyes. Tap into your breath. When you close your eyes and take away one of your senses, other senses will sharpen. Nice deep breath in, wiggle your fingers and toes. The sounds of late spring. And bring the hands together to your heart. Remembering a heart peace shall give life to the whole body. Namaste. Namaste. Great job today. Regular week next week, right? Third week of May. I'll see you on Monday.